We often use the words complicated and complex as if they were synonymous, but they are not. They describe two different ways of thinking. Understanding this difference matters, and evaluative thinking can really help to do so. When things are complicated, linear thinking applies. It means, if we do A and B, then C will definitely happen. When we are in the if-then world, for each problem, we can have quite standardized solutions. Complexity requires another way of thinking. We need to appreciate a system of relations. In the complex realm, we might know how things relate, but we cannot really know how change will unfold. We do not know how the system will behave in the future. This means that we cannot have standardized solutions. We must understand the system, check unfolding dynamics, and adapt. This is the Cynefin framework, a very useful tool for managers and implementers. It reminds us that different contexts require different management styles and thinking. When we are in the simple corner, we know what is at play. Here we can work with linear thinking. We can copy-paste solutions used elsewhere, because, when things are simple, anyone can easily follow simple preset steps. When we are in the complicated corner, linear thinking still applies. The difference is that many more factors need to be considered. So, finding the best option will require experts. Yet, we are still in the if-then world. We can analyze, plan, and reasonably expect that what we plan will happen. When we are in the complex corner, we must shift our thinking. We cannot anticipate what will happen, but we can understand dynamics, see how they evolve, and respond. In a complex situation, we must generate emergent practices through adaptive management. In the chaotic corner, we really do not know what is at play. We need to navigate a situation, step by step. Imagine, for example, having to devise a course of action as a revolution happens. As they say, for every complex problem, there is a simple solution. And it is wrong. The challenge for managers and implementers is to get the context right, and develop options with the right type of thinking. One of the trickiest bits is to understand when to apply complicated or complex solutions. A lot of what MSF does is hard to place in the framework. Some components might be complicated, for example, the technical setup of a local clinic. Some might be complex, for example, the negotiation process to choose and agree on where and how to set it. It is hard, and probably impossible to disentangle this. Yet it is important to apply the most suitable thinking in the circumstances. The point is that we need different ways of thinking to address different issues. It is great when we can push things into the complicated, or even into the simple areas. This enables us to replicate things easily, and be confident that the results will be the expected ones. But we often have to manage complex issues. Complexity requires more organic, adaptive thinking. We might know what is at play, but we need to develop solutions as we go. Complicated and complex require different management styles, and different ways to analyze and look at change. If we use complex thinking for a complicated issue, we will reinvent the wheel and miss on existing expertise. But also using linear thinking when the issue is complex misses the point. It leads to tunnel vision and rigidities where responsiveness and adaptation are needed. Evaluative thinking can help a lot to sharpen our understanding of change, and to check if our way of working and thinking is fit for the situation. Unfortunately, monitoring and evaluation, as they are now, are mostly designed to work in complicated and linear contexts. But there is now a big push to embrace complexity in monitoring and evaluation. This means looking at processes, not only results, and to think adaptation, not only compliance. Embracing complexity, and a broader evaluative thinking, will open a world of possibilities.